I just got off work and I think I'm gonna do a little carving. Not sure what I'm gonna make, but let's go pick out some wood and then maybe we could decide from there. Alright, this is my driftwood pile here. Some of these we got to use for planters for all the succulents. I was thinking maybe this one here. What do you guys think? Just a regular log. So let's go for it. I'm not sure what I want to carve here, but I guess I'll just go for a wood spirit. Maybe I'll make it into a Santa Claus. I don't know. I'm just gonna trim a whole bunch of this bark off with my Foredom and the Kutzall Extreme flame burr bit, the 1/4 inch, and then we'll draw something on there and just get some practice in. Alright, so what I think I'm going to do here is leave all this bark on up here. I will draw a wood spirit on right here and maybe give him a Santa hat. See how it turns out. I'd like to give a shout out to Jordy over at Carving Fusion for teaching me how to do this. We talk often, and teaching him a little bit about some succulents and some planters, and he's teaching me about wood spirits and pumpkins. I think I'll try a pumpkin maybe this weekend. So first off, figure out where your spirit's going to flow. Get a center line. I know he says to use pencil, but I can't see it, so I use a marker. There's your center line. I'm gonna draw a nose somewhere like right there. You draw it up a little bit on an angle. The other side you draw the same angle, same length, and just try and make it equal on both sides. For this mustache, I think I'm just gonna go kind of like that. Make it kind of fat and come down. Oh, that one needs to be a little bit longer. Just draw little curved lines for some eyes. Later we'll come up here and figure out if we're going to do a Santa hat or not. So what I'm going to do is take the Dremel, put in this extreme bit here from Kutzall. Going to cut on the outside of the nose, outside of the mustache, inside of the mustache, under the nose, under the eyes, and then carve all this back. Alright, so we cut out the outline. So what we got to do is feather everything back from the nose down, then redraw the mustache in, cut a lot of this out, feather it back so the nose will pop out. Alright, you can see the nose starting to pop out right here as all this is getting feathered back. I want to cut it much deeper so the nose really pops out. The deeper you go, the more effect you have of depth. So we're going to feather the eyes back, or underneath the eyes back, and beside the nose, and we'll draw back in the mustache. It don't have to be perfect, guys. It's a wood spirit. They're all different. don't keep working on one side. Switch to the other side and try and make them even so you don't carve too much off. So I'm gonna go to this side and feather that back and try and make it look the same. Looking good so far. Got that kind of feathered back. A couple of things I need to do is, number one, build me a dust collection table, because this is a mess. Number two, I need to upgrade my mask. Who has a suggestion for a new mask? Because I need to upgrade. This one's not working too good. I'm still getting some dust and sneezing. So I need to carve inside the mustache here. Feather the outside of the mustache back on the cheeks. Go ahead and change to the flame tip. Extreme Kutzall bit. Maybe move a little material a little faster. Every once in a while, just take a step back and look at your piece, see how it's coming together. I like this side of the face, how it's kind of curved in. This side needs a little more, but obviously the branch is curving, so hey, it's not going to be equal. I think I'm going to carve a little deeper in here, feather it out, and we'll go from there. As you can see, I'm moving a lot quicker than I did in my other videos from when I first started. I find if you move the Dremel quicker, or the Foredom quicker, you don't dig in as much. So I'm going to try and use the big Foredom. I'm trying to shape like how the beard's going to come down, so I want to carve some of this away on both sides. So I'll use my Foredom with the big burr. Alright, starting to take shape how I'm kind of visioning it, kind of how I'm kind of designing it here. I think the beard's going to come down like this. I guess I'll start shaping the nose, the lip, maybe put some detail up in the sides here. Need to cut a little deeper here and feather this back a little more so it's blended. And see how it turns out. Alright, I'm gonna try and make this guy into a Santa. So I have to carve a hat up here, so I gotta take some more bark off. Then we'll draw in the hat. I'm not sure how this Santa's gonna turn out, but what you gotta do is draw on the eyebrows. We'll just put them about here, give them some kind of thick ones. Then you'll see a little bit of forehead. And that'll be the hat, I think. That'll be the white part of the hat. And then we'll do something kind of like that. How about that? I don't know. Maybe it's going to be an evil looking Santa. I don't know. They got to cut on the outside of all the lines. Do his eyebrows. Alright, gotta do a little shaping. I think I'm just gonna carve in all the wavy lines for the beard, and then we'll cut some fine hairs with the smaller bits and do some detail. So I left off a few days ago with this Wood Spirit Santa. Made some grooves for his beard. So now I'm gonna use some of these here. I think we're gonna use this one here. We're gonna use this burr and we're gonna put it on its end and just make small little cuts. All right, so we're gonna put this on its end, make small little cuts for hairs, get them close together. They can cross over also. Just gotta get it, cover the whole thing with little lines. Do the eyebrows. All right, next we're just going to use this Foredom burr. I think it's made for like those little carving discs, but it just has a screw on top. Put a few pieces of sandpaper in there. I think I'm using 400, maybe 320. No, I think it's 400, and just polish it up on the slowest speed possible. I don't have a foot pedal for this, so if I need to go slower, I just press harder. You can hear it slow down when you press harder. This piece was really just to learn how to do the noses after watching Jordy's video. So we'll see how it turns out. Decided to make a Santa Claus because I'm having shoulder surgery here in about 2.5 weeks, and I won't be able to carve for a while. So I won't make any videos for a few months probably, but it'll be all right. gonna go grab some red paint, white paint, and we'll turn this guy into Santa Claus, even though he looks a little like an evil Santa Claus with the eyebrows, but hey, it'll sell. We're gonna use some white chalk paint. We're just gonna use this one here. Just gonna put it all on. Rim of his hat, the ball, his beard, mustache. And then once that dries, we'll sand a little bit off so it looks antiqued. And I'll probably let the white dry before I come back and do the red. Unless I get impatient, like Jordy. What's up, Jordy? Alright, I'll start up there with the little pom-pom ball. It doesn't have to be perfect, just paint it on. So it looks like used and rustic. And we'll go down to the rim of the hat. Eyebrows. Okay, it doesn't have to be perfect, just try and cover it, because we're going to sand some off anyway. And we'll go in for his beard here. On this part though. Guess I could have used a little bigger brush. Last time I used one that was too big. I'll go for a medium size next time. Alright, you can see how it came to life. I do need some, maybe some black or something dark to go up into his eyes there, but we'll figure that out. Alright, we'll let this dry and come back with the red. Alright, Jordy, I'm getting a little impatient. I want to see how it turns out. So, almost out of red, so let's see how this works. Just got to be careful we don't get pink. Guess I'll just do the whole outline here and come back and fill in the middle. So I'm going to put this one up on my Instagram, Secret Beach Trading Co. And I'll have it on my personal page, Eddie Bigness. I sold the last one after posting it in 10 minutes. So we'll see what happens with this one. If you haven't watched Carving Fusion, Jordy's a lot faster than me, and he says these things sell like hotcakes at Christmas. Right now he's doing a whole bunch of Halloween stuff. I'm going to try maybe a couple of the ghost or pumpkins he's making. See if we could do. My specialty is driftwood succulent planters. I sell a lot of them. Get my succulents fresh. I get fresh plants, and people love them. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. I've been trying to teach my wife how to carve the planters because I'm having that surgery on my shoulder here, and on the 27th I tore my labrums, so I'm gonna have surgery on one, and they said 3 months plus to heal and go back to work, maybe longer. Then once that heals, go back to work for a little bit and then do my other shoulder. I ripped them both wakeboarding, you know, trying to keep up with the kids, wakeboarding. Honestly though, I was just tired, wakeboarded all day, went one more time, tried to hang on, and it was in one of those wakeboarding parks with the cables, and I didn't make the corner and I hung on. I should have let go and just felt my shoulders ripping, so not good. So hopefully I can make about maybe a few more of these, and then while I'm off, I'll just be watching all your guys' videos. So keep them coming. I'm gonna go through carving withdrawals. Keep bugging Jordy every day. Jordy, carve me something. No, teach me how to do this. Teach me how to do that. You know, Jordy says just slap it on there fast, but and they'll sell. But I don't want to do a lot of sanding, so I'm being a little more careful right here on the edges. But you don't want a crisp, clean line either, because remember, this is a rustic wood spirit. So let's see what it looks like. Looking good, looking good. I gotta do something with his eyes though. Darken up his mouth and nose. So. Alright, let's try. Oh, last time I did the inside of his mouth, nose, and eyes black. It was just too black, so I'm gonna try this one here. It's a butter pecan by Folk Art. We'll just give it a little dab and see what it looks like. Start with his nose. That'll look good. Not black, but it gives it a little color. Tell something was done, but it's not drastic. Should get a little on his cheek. We'll just sand it off later. I don't think I did yet. Alright, so you could tell something was done. It's not too drastically black. So I think I need to paint under his nose a little more white. We'll see, maybe I'll sand it, see what it looks like. But hey, like Jordy says, it's a wood spirit, it don't have to be perfect. So I'm gonna let this dry overnight, then I'll come back and give it a light sanding tomorrow.
Ho, ho, ho. How you doing, Jordy? I know if you've been naughty or nice. You better sign those pieces if you want something good in your stocking, like a Kutzall Extreme Flamer bit. Ho, ho, ho.